Cathy, welcome to Lunar Bird Book Club. Hi, I'm filming this on Monday the 5th of May, which in the UK is a bank holiday Monday, which means all is not at school and I'm not at work and Rob's not at work. So we're having a chilled out day today and I thought it would be a good chance to film a kind of a cosy reading day in the life kind of vlog. Although it's actually quite late in the day that I've started filming this. It is 2 o'clock. But we have already been out and done things today and Rob got a little bit of footage whilst we've been out and about. So first thing this morning I got up and did a big food shop. I was in the shop for about 20 past 8, which is quite impressive for me. And I went that early because I needed food to make a picnic. Because this morning at about 11 AM we went to the village of Wycoller and met up with some friends and we've done a really lovely little walkabout. And so Wycoller is this little village in rural Lancashire. It's got some ancient ruins in there of a beautiful old country house, and it's got a river and some really old bridges, and we did a little walk through the village and up to a sculpture that we call the Atom, which is like this big egg dome shaped thing on top of the hill, and there's holes in the egg that you can look out through at different viewing points of the area, including a lovely one of Pendle Hill. Wycoller has a couple of links to the Brontes, so the Bronte sisters could walk from Haworth to Wycoller. It'd be a long one, but they could manage it, and some believe that some of Jane Eyre was perhaps inspired by the village of Wycoller, particularly the house that Jane ends up with at the end of the novel, which is quite interesting. There's also a couple of really old stone bridges that cross the river, and one of them is quite famous for featuring in The Railway Children. One of the sisters in The Railway Children sits on this bridge in the original film, and so that's quite a little cute claim to fame. So yeah, we walked up to the Atom, we walked around the ruins, we had a picnic by the duck pond, and then we walked through the willow garden and looked in the ponds that were heaving with tadpoles, and in one of the streams I think I saw a water vole for just the briefest glimpse of a second. Really nice just to get out in the fresh air and be with our friends and see some lovely countryside. So we've had a great day so far, and like I say, it's about 2 o'clock now. We've just got home. I think everybody's ready to chill out. I'm ready to chill out. But before I do, I have a little job to do in the kitchen, which is why I started filming. I have a little cookbook collection that I really like, and one of the things I'm trying to do is make sure I get the most out of my cookbooks by actually, using them to try new recipes. So every week or every couple of weeks I do try and push myself to try a new recipe, and today I'm going to try a new recipe from my Avoca cookbook. This is a year at Avoca cookbook, and the recipe is, that was a loud bang, so the recipe I want to try today is char-grilled spring lamb with minted potato crush and glazed baby carrots. I think this sounds delicious. And I got home and I suddenly realised, even though I bought all the ingredients to make this recipe this morning, I was like, oh wait, I meant to marinate the lamb for a good few hours before we cook. So that's what I need to do now. I need to make the marinade and get it on my leg lamb sticks. To make, mix ingredients for the marinade in a bowl. So I need olive oil, rosemary, thyme, garlic, sea salt and black pepper. And that's not really that much, is it? So the plan now for the rest of the afternoon is I'm gonna get cozy with my book, I think. I'm currently reading The Hawks of Delamere, I think it's called. One of the Doomsday detective book series, which I really enjoy. In this one, it's set around Chester, and there is a quite tyrannical earl, and whilst he's out hawking in the forest, like using hawks to hunt prey, one of his best hawks is shot by an arrow. Him and his soldiers quickly find 2 men in the forest, peasants, and they've got bows, so they immediately hang the poor fellows and slash their bodies to bits, kill them, leave them in a ditch. They think the job's done. But then the next day, when the earl goes out hunting, an arrow fires again at the hunting party and this time kills one of his huntsmen, and he realises that the peasants he killed yesterday were just peasants poaching in the forest. They weren't the assassin and there is an assassin on the loose, and then our detectives are coming in. They're in town for different reasons, but they're obviously going to try and find out who this assassin is, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So once I've made this, I'm going to get settled and read that book. I need to do 1 sprig of rosemary chopped, so I'm going to chop some of this up. I think rosemary is one of my favourite herbs. I keep trying to grow it in the garden and it doesn't do so well. Other things that I might get to this afternoon is I really just want like a chilled out afternoon now. So I might give the living room a little bit of a tidy up and a hoover and make all cozy. And then Ola and I are both working on making cross-stitch bookmarks. We have a kit each. Ola's is going to make one with robins on and mine is making one with roses on, so we might do that together. I also have a colouring book on the go and a podcast that I'm listening to. I finished listening to Eye of the World this morning, and my next credit for my next audiobook doesn't come in for a few days, so I'm going to listen to the Buffering the Vampire Slayer podcast, because my friend Anna, who you've met on this vlog, she's currently rewatching Buffy and she's been listening to this podcast and she told me about it and it sounded really fun, so I am joining in with her. So I'm catching up to the episode she's in, and I'm going to start watching Buffy and listening to the podcast, and then we're going to chat about it, which I'm quite excited about. Okay, some rosemary in, thyme, garlic, okay, salt and pepper. So those are all my ingredients in the bowl. I'm going to just give that a good mix together. I feel like this is not a lot of oil. Okay, this already smells really good. I'm just trying to get every bit of this onto my lambs. So there you go. I've got my marinade on my lamb steaks in a pie dish because it felt like the best size dish to get the oil spread nice and evenly. And now I'm going to leave that for 2 to 3 hours before I cook the rest of it. Okay, so I've sat down for 10 minutes and rested my feet and read some of my book, The Hawks of Delamere, or Delamere, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. And I'm nearing the halfway mark and I'm really, really enjoying it. I just love a cozy mystery. But I've had 10 minutes now, I've rested my feet a little bit, and I think the next thing I really need to do is give this living room a quick tidy up. So that's what I'm going to do now. Ola is also chilling out with me. She's playing Wobbly Life. I'll see if I can show you a little bit about what she's doing. So Ola's playing this game called Wobbly Life.
I'm looking for presents right now, and also do you want to see something amazing?
Okay. Is that amazing, or is it just somebody sitting on a toilet? So you're enjoying some chill out time? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, you can keep on enjoying chill out time, but I'm going to tidy the living room. Okay, so I've tidied the lounge, I've had a nice read, I've had a bit of a chill out time, I've read my magazine, it's been very nice, and now it's time to cook tea. So here's my marinated lamb. I have to fry it on each side in a griddle pan for about 5 minutes on each side, so I think that'll take about 20 minutes to cook. My tricky thing is that the sides of this dish, the cooking times aren't that precise. So to make the potato crush, I've diced some new potatoes, and then I've got to steam them for 8 minutes or until al dente. I feel like 8 minutes isn't going to be long enough, so I might do a bit longer than that. And then I drain and toss in a large bowl with the other ingredients. And then the glazed carrots, this is where it's very unprecise. So I place my baby carrots in a wide saucepan with the butter, sprinkle over the sugar, I've done that. Half cover with the cold water or stock and bring to the boil and cook until the water or stock has disappeared. That's not precise. Do I get it all going now? I'm not sure. So it could be interesting how this turns out, but I'm going to get started anyway. So get that on the pan. By the way, I hope you like the amount of plastering that needs to be done in our kitchen. We do need to drastically renovate this room. We had a leaking roof on and off for about 2 years and it took ages to fix, and it's fixed now, but all the water damage has already been done to the kitchen and we're saving up to get it changed, but we're not there yet. So my kitchen is never that pristine, if you're interested. Okay, I'm going to turn the griddle pan on. In fact, I'm going to just get it all going. Here's my diced baby potatoes. I'm going to put them on the steamer. Well, if I say so myself, that lamb dinner was actually very nice. And I wish I could have filmed us sitting at the table eating it nicely, but because it was a chill out day, we actually ate it, sat on the sofa, watching Sort Your Life Out in 7 days.
You should watch it. It's so good.
It's our favourite programme at the moment. We love watching it. It's just so satisfying to see people's homes have a makeover and people sort their life out by getting rid of stuff. It's just very satisfying. And Ola and I, we're still watching that, but we're also working on a little craft project that I think I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to show you what we're doing. And I've only got 3 minutes on the memory card, so I'm going to have to make this fast. We are making cross-stitch bookmarks. So this is what mine's going to look like eventually. It's like a rose patterned one. That's what mine is currently looking like. And this is my instruction page. And then Ola's working on one with a robin design on.
This is what I've done so far.
And this is what she's done so far. She's just been working on the border.
And I accidentally did it all the way up to there, and you had, but I was like already down to here with the second part of the stitch, so you had to unstitch all of that.
Yeah, I had to do a bit of unstitching on Ola's because it went a bit wrong. So that's what Ola and I are working on at the end of the day. Oh, I've got 2 minutes left on the memory card. I hope you've enjoyed spending a chilled out bank holiday Monday with us.
And the cat.
And the cats too. I've got Luna just behind me somewhere. There she is. I've got Luna just behind me. And I've got Comet is chilling out there. So that's it for us. I hope you have enjoyed spending this bank holiday Monday with us. It has been very, very chilled and relaxed. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!
Bye! 1 minute left!
Ah! And today I want to try a new recipe from my Avoca. Oh, I'm going to bash the microwave doing that. Microwave, microphone. I'm tired.